Hi, lovelies. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, fucking local witchy weirdo. I hug trees, y'all. I'm not ashamed of it. I believe Sasquatch is out there, but the question is, whom is haunting whom? I don't know if that's the right context to put it, but you get what I'm saying. You can pick up what I'm putting down. I'm also known as the Duchess of Donuts, as well as the Cuss Mouth Angel. Welcome. And this is the free weekly reading where I pull 3 piles of cards. You pick any and all that you're drawn towards. But first, before we get to that, we talk about some master of fuckery. So you guys, either tonight or tomorrow, depending on where you live, we've got a new moon in the sign of Aquarius. Anytime we got a new moon coming up, this is like new beginnings. This is new seeds. This is new stuff happening here for us. What do we see for our future? What do we want going forward? What new projects, relationships, feelings, farts do we want to bring to the wider collective? Please don't bring farts to the wider collective. We've got enough of that, okay? But I just, what are we bringing to the wider collective, especially with Aquarius here? This is a unique sign. They're an air sign. They're not traditionally known for being emotional. They really do have a detached kind of view. They're able to kind of sit back and look at a situation, look at a relationship, look at whatever's in front of them with a detached kind of point of view, looking at the situation and really seeing maybe all sides of it, understanding where everybody's coming from, or really truly seeing what's best for the collective group on the whole. I want to say too that it's also important for them, and they're known as the aliens and the weirdos because they are so fucking unique. It's a beautiful thing. And I think what's really beautiful about Aquarius is like knowing your uniqueness, being uniquely you, and especially within a group setting. So also too, how does my unique self kind of lend itself to this collective? How can it help the collective? Because they really are kind of the bigger picture view here around helping a wider group of people. Really not known for their one-on-ones. But really, again, they love to party. What sign doesn't, okay? But I can promise you what, if you got a keg there, it's usually an Aquarius doing a keg stand. Just saying. That's just personal history, all right? That's just personal history. I think that this new moon too has brought up some like really interesting themes. And especially for me personally, there's been something here around patterns and the way that I choose the people that are closest to me, and especially like with my friendships, which also the sign of Aquarius stands for is friendships. Like when we lose a good friend, maybe it's just me, but like it feels like it hurts so much more when it's a good friend, somebody that I love, that I care about. That shit fucking stings because we invest so much time, so much love, so much energy. I think too, like we feel more free to be vulnerable with, our people that are our friends. Sometimes even more so than our people that, we have a love relationship with. But these patterns coming up for me and kind of showing me, as this friendship is exiting my life right now, I can't, if I want to move into a future that is better for myself, I cannot keep playing with the same old players. And so it's been a real eye-opener for me to look at this situation, what's going on for me right now, and just really see, and this is a vulnerable moment for me guys, but like how I keep looking for my parents within my friendships, within my close relationships. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've got a trauma background. I don't speak with my parents. Or if I do, it's very sporadic. And it's not usually anything fantastic. It's difficult. It's a really difficult relationship there on both sides. So I think that it's interesting for this relationship to be coming up right now, showing me this pattern that has been on repeat in my life. Also, too, helping me recognize that any time that I've gone through a relationship that has had to end, a really important one for me, and specifically around my friendships, almost always signaled a time whenever I was about to heal and go higher and better. And y'all, this new moon is absolutely talking about that. Susan Grace, one of my favorite astrologers, I'm gonna put a link in here so that you guys can listen to her new moon podcast. But she really talks about like hitting a higher vibration here. We have got to want something more for our lives. How do we do that? How do we show up? How do we pay attention to the patterns of our life where we're picking and choosing these certain things that we think that we want, that are maybe coming from like past traumas that have got to fucking go? I am enough on my own. I don't need my parents to survive anymore. And so that really does start to help me pick and choose who is close and around me now. I don't need that relationship anymore. As painful as it is, it needed to go. I was the one holding on, hoping for something more, to hope to heal. Maybe in a weird way, like if I could heal that, I could heal my past. But guys, sometimes it's a win too when you just say, deuces, I gotta go. I gotta go. I think another interesting thing that came up for me around that situation too is this person calling me inauthentic. Now I'm sitting here reading, this text message back to me around the way that they feel, and I'm crying because it hurts, and because it's a lot of stuff that had not been brought up. And so I'm just seeing this and just envisioning this is the way this person sees me when I don't see when I don't see this person the way that they see me. But when I got to the inauthentic part, it was like all of a sudden the pattern, the record scratched, the tires stopped. And I was like, look, this person doesn't actually know me. This person doesn't actually know me. And I think that hurt too. But it was also a defining moment where I was like, look, if I'm anything, I'm fucking authentic. I'm going to say what the fuck I feel. And if you don't like it, I appreciate that. Let's try to come to the table and talk about it. But that's your problem, not mine. I get to speak my truth and I get to speak about what's going on. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa. I think what I'm getting at is that I feel like this new moon in Aquarius is asking you, remember who the fuck you are. So that if somebody comes at you and they're trying to tell you who you are, you know without a doubt, this ain't it. Somebody who really, truly, actually knows you and sees you will see all parts of you. So, with that being said, be honest with yourself. What patterns are coming up right now? What on repeat can we stop and can we let go? Because guys, what we're moving into, what we're going into with this new moon in Aquarius, this new seed here is a brand new doorway. What do we want? We cannot afford to carry the baggage from the past. We cannot afford to continue these ridiculous patterns that keep us in a space that we're not even happy or fulfilled in. We deserve more, right? You deserve more. Stop the pattern. Remember who the fuck you are and be your unique self. All right. Well, final thing I want to say there is that we also have Mercury retrograde going direct on Wednesday. So God bless. So just be careful this week around, working with electronics, working with phones, all that fun stuff. Because anytime the planet goes direct or retrograde, shit is just going fucking haywire. So take your time, be patient, get your things done as neatly and as quickly as you can. Or even take your time here. Whatever helps you get things done and be present in this moment. And remember, guys, where we're going next, we can't afford to play small anymore. We can't afford to continue these patterns that have held us down. Break free. Remember who the fuck you are. All right, follow me into the next screen. Let's see what the fuck these pals got to say this week. All right, let's go. All right, you guys, if you picked card pile number 1, here's your beautiful cards. Your very first one is the Nine of Swords. Second card is the Knight of Coins. And the final card you got is the King of Cups. Honestly, this card pile to me felt kind of easy to interpret. It really is kind of saying here, like, my worst nightmare, my fears and my worries have come to fruition here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe I'm even literally having sleepless nights. Maybe I'm having nightmares about this. It just feels like the ugliest thing possible happened for me at my feet. What my responsibility is right now with the Knight of Coins responsibility is to, with the King of Cups here, be honest, be truthful around my feelings, and be responsible with these feelings. Maybe choosing to respond instead of react. And I kind of wish I had said this in the astrology part, this section of it, but I'll give it to you guys here for pile 1 because it does absolutely resonate. But go bigger and better here. If somebody's going low, if somebody's getting ugly and going low and just being ignorante, you've got a choice. Always respond or react. may I say, go with respond. Think about it before you do it. Choose what you say with love. Go with the honest love in the situation, because honestly, that is the truth of it at the core. So, somebody's acting stupid, somebody's acting dumb, the worst case situations happening in front of you, go high, choose a better way. Recognize that you have a responsibility here around the situation, around this issue, that you cannot help the way that you feel, but you can help your actions. That's the only place that you got real power here. So choose to respond. Go higher when they go low. Don't let this person drag you down at their level. Don't let them whatever manner of fuckery that they're trying to bring to the table, step the fuck back and say, absolutely not. Here's my fucking boundary. Here is my line. You will not cross it. I love you, but you don't get to do this to me. Respond this week instead of reacting, and things are going to go so much better. And on top of that, you get to break a pattern. Fucking right. I'm shimmying. Fuck yeah. Card pile number 1. All right. And if you picked card pile number 2, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the 7 of Wands. Second card is the 9 of Cups. And third card is a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got the Fool. So let's talk about it. So a lot of times with the 7 of Wands, this can talk about like gossip, adversary, people feeling like a group of people's coming after you, or maybe you just recently heard somebody's gossiping, saying some bullshit about you. Let this card also, because this card also stands for self-empowerment, pull upon your self-empowerment right now. With the 9 of Cups showing up here, it's saying go towards what brings you contentment, what brings you bliss, what is joyful for you. Go towards those relationships that genuinely and truly see you and love you. And with that being said, this is going to help you to break a cycle again. And go towards the Fool here, this major arcana card talking about breaking free. Maybe there's been a comfort level here. Maybe you're used to, maybe your past family trauma history, people gossiped and talked shit about each other. Maybe they didn't know how to communicate properly. And so you think that this is all that is supposed to happen within my relationships, my most important ones around me. Nothing could be further from the truth. You deserve to walk into a room where people's eyes light up and the words that they're saying behind your back are empowering and good because they love you and they actually see you. So know this week, if some kind of that bullshit's going on, empower yourself. Go towards those relationships that actually love you. Know what love is and what love isn't. Know what love is and know what love isn't, so that you can break free from this cycle, start a brand new one where you're no longer allowing that kind of behavior in your life, within your circle, and around you. You deserve better. Do better for yourself this week. The choice is always yours. And finally, if you pulled card pile number 3, here's your beautiful cards. First one is the 7 of Coins. Next card is the Page of Coins. And then finally, you got the King of Wands. So let's talk about it. So I want to say this week with this card pile, especially with the 7 of Coins here, this is like getting into a successful routine. Actually starting to see visible results. Like, congratulations, I'm really proud of you. With the Page of Coins here, usually pages deliver a message, usually. And to me, this card always kind of talks about like a discovery of wealth. Like, literally this is money, or like a discovery of wealth. Maybe this is around your health. Maybe this is around your mental happiness. Maybe this is around whatever it is that you've been working so diligently towards. Noticing the more that I sit down, I get into a good routine, I take care of myself, or I show up every day for myself, whatever it may be, beautiful visible results are happening in front of my face. And oh my God, there's a whole beautiful thing that I found in my life that this structure is giving me. Now, I didn't say this earlier, but Saturn is in the mix this week, y'all. So Saturn's also going to be asking us to get structured, to grow the fuck up, to show up for yourself. How do you do that? How do you listen and really put your nose to the grindstone, take care of what needs to get taken care of, so that you can live your best life possible? No more excuses. I really feel like if you pick card pile number 3, you've been working at this for a hot minute, whatever this thing may be. I want to say with coins and wands being here, this is either a creative project, maybe this is a love relationship, maybe even too, this is like setting up a family or maybe a health routine, whatever's going on here. This is really you taking care of yourself and tuning in around what it is that you want, creating the life that you want with structure and routine. Well fucking done. With the King of Wands showing up here, this is natural leadership. So I'm wondering too, if we're able to take this structure and what we're doing, what we've discovered with this, that maybe we have a gift here around this, or whatever gifts are coming from this routine are just so plentiful. There might be a feeling here that people are going to start to reference you or look towards you in terms of helping them maybe do this very same thing that you're doing. So don't be afraid to talk upon the things that you've done in order to bring all this structure and goodness to your life. Maybe even talk about the old life that you left in order to show up for this new one, what you had to do, how you had to show up for yourself, and how you also had to get over maybe Peter Pan syndrome. Grow the fuck up and take care of your fucking shit. Be the leader that you're being called to be this week. Stand in that leadership position. Remember who the fuck you are. And do not be surprised if people are looking towards you for your wisdom. They want what you got. And don't be surprised if you hear a couple people saying, hey, you're fucking hot. Especially when you're doing what you got to do. You look good in that routine. That's a weird thing to say, but I mean, look, to each their own. Whatever makes you feel beautiful and good inside, you guys. Just stand up and be that leader you're being called to be. Say yes to the leadership position. You've got this. You've put in the time and the effort. I'm really fucking proud of you. Well done. All right, you guys. I hope this resonated. Let me know if your card pile resonated for you. Any and all feedback helps me to grow. Middle fingers for no, call for yes. Let a sister know. Thank you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. I love you guys. I'll see you throughout the week for bullshit and fuckery. And I think I'm going to be on for Friday for the Messages of Hope. So I'll see you guys around that time. I love you guys. And I'll talk with you soon. You know where to find me. See you soon. Happy new moon. Woo!